No jacket today, just the shirt, the pin, and me? The Hunger Games. Now, The Hunger Games is a movie I've been looking forward to for a few months now. I didn't really know about it when the first two trailers came out, and then I heard about the books, and I read all three of them. I read them in like 2 weeks. They're all great books. I wanted to see this adaptation because I wanted to see if they could really do it right on the big screen. And this movie, it gets a lot right. The story of The Hunger Games basically revolves around Katniss Everdeen, who's played by Jennifer Lawrence, who lives in District 12, which is the poorest of all the districts. There's 12 districts in Pan Am, and every year they have this thing called the Hunger Games where they pick one boy and one girl between the ages of 12 and 18 to go in an arena and fight to the death, where only one comes out as the victor, and then they're like rich for the rest of their lives, and they live in this nice fancy village. The books and the movie, they're about a lot more than that, but that's the base plot. I tend not to get really hyped up for many movies, but sometimes, there's just a few times a year where I have to get on the hype train, and this was one of those movies. I mean, I went to see it at midnight. I mean, I really wanted to see this movie. Let's start with the performances, because this is a great cast we have here. Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen. She brings such a powerful presence to the role. I haven't seen Winter's Bone, but I heard she was great there, and it was almost like Katniss in real life, so I'm gonna check that out eventually. She was good in X-Men First Class. She's really almost likable, because the character isn't the most likable person in the world, but she makes the character, you really feel for her character. You want her to succeed, you want her to be able to just get out of the games alive. See, Josh Hutcherson is Peeta. Peeta's my favorite character in the books, and in this movie he does it very well, but for what he's given. Because there were certain parts where they just didn't give Peeta the material from the book. I'll get into that later. He does really well for the role. He really made me like what I loved in the character in the book, and I can't wait to see what he does with Peeta in the next movies. Liam Hemsworth as Gale, who he has a small part in the movie. He's only in a few scenes, but he's really good there. He's just too pretty to be Gale. He's just too pretty to be Gale. I did not picture him when I pictured Gale in the book. Woody Harrelson as Haymitch. Haymitch was one of my favorite characters in the book, and here Woody Harrelson made him my favorite character in the movie. He's funny, and then he's serious at the same time. It's just a good mix to make a great character. Lenny Kravitz as Cinna, he's good. Elizabeth Banks as Effie Trinket, she's great. Oh, Stanley Tucci, he plays Caesar Flickerman, who's basically a talk show host that just gets all of the tributes up on stage and talks to them for a few minutes each. He was great in the movie. He played it over the top, and that's the point of the character. He's just a talk show host, flamboyant. There's a lot of people in the cast. Donald Sutherland plays President Snow, and he only has a few scenes as well. He's really, really good, and he has this like menacing look to him, and his beard is just about as long as his hair. It's really creepy. And I don't know the actor's name, but he plays Seneca Crane, who's the head games maker, and he is really good in the movie. I love his beard. I love his beard. Now we're finally off acting. This movie, it has a really, really good sense of endangerment. It's just really intense throughout. Like, not the beginning. Once you get to the games, it gets really intense. You have this sense of danger the whole time. And that's a really good feeling, because during the book, that's what I felt as well. And I'm really happy that they were able to adapt that part to the big screen. Also, the pre-game ceremonies were done well. They felt a bit rushed to me, but it's a movie adaptation. I know they have to cut things out, so I was fine with that. Just the part that gets me is the after-game ceremony, because in the after-game ceremony, I don't remember how long exactly it was in the book. It was probably like 30, 40 pages. They spent like 3 minutes on it, like the whole thing. Like from when the games ends to when the movie ends is like 3 minutes. There's so much stuff that they left out. It doesn't make sense why they would do that. I could see if they wanted to cut down parts of each scene just to make it a bit quicker, but they literally just took a chunk and threw it out the window. I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but a very big thing happens at the end of the book that is not in the movie. Or it's just one sentence instead of a conversation that builds and builds and then has something happen. I have to rate this 2 ways, because here's my problem. I think I screwed myself, because if I hadn't read the books, I would give this movie a jumbo popcorn. As a movie itself, as a movie not adapted from a book, just if it was just an overall movie, jumbo popcorn, because the acting's great. There's some good CG work in there for the girl on fire and the mutts. Gary Ross directs this movie really, really well, because he does use shaky cam in certain scenes in the woods, and I'm not a huge fan of shaky cam, but it really works here to give you a sense of realism and just makes you feel like you're there with them. That was a really cool thing they did. The movie, as a movie, is a jumbo popcorn. As a book adaptation for a fan like me, a large popcorn, because they just they raped the end. Oh god, I don't get it. I don't get why you would take that much out. So those are my thoughts on the Hunger Games. What'd you think of the Hunger Games? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you looking forward to Catching Fire? I sure as hell am. I want to see them do that, and I hope they do it right. Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button up there, because if you don't, my brain will be